Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, Microscope Beauty. Today I'm sharing with you 10 unique ways to use your Erin Condren Life Planner. Since the new planners are starting soon, I thought this was a great time to give you some new unique ways to use the planner beyond just basic daily planning. Plus, if you have yet to get your new Erin Condren, there is always a link in the description to save you $10 off your first order. But let's get into these 10 things. My first suggestion is to use the new coloring pages in the back of the planners as trackers. Sure, you could just color them in, but I think it'd be really cool by the end of the year to have these coloring pages that you've used to track things. Use them to track pounds lost, books you've read, and even a mood tracker. So each day or each pound you've lost or each book you've read, you color in a section. And if you're doing the mood tracker, you pick certain colors for certain moods. And then after every day, you color in a section with that color. And by the end of the year, you'll have this array of different moods that you've had throughout the year. If you're really into mood tracking but don't want to use all of your coloring pages for that, you can also use the year at a glance. Each day, color over the number with a colored pencil, and then by the end of the year, you see what your moods are. I definitely recommend adding a key of what colors mean what, so you know, looking back on the planner years later, what kind of mood you were in. My third tip is to use the monthly spread as a gratitude journal. If you're having a hard time using both the monthly and the weekly spreads, save the monthly to write something you're grateful for every single day. It'll be a really cool way to incorporate gratitude into your planner, have a little bit of journal time, and you can also throw in some stickers if you want to highlight certain elements of your gratitude pages. My fourth unique way to use an Erin Condren planner is to turn the note pages into a bullet journal. Bullet journaling is really in right now, but if you're like me and have a really hard time keeping up with multiple planners, incorporating it into a planner you already use will make it that much simpler and you have to carry a lot less with you. Since you won't be using the bullet journal to track your daily activities or your to-do list, you can use it to track other things like books you've read, movies you want to see or movies you've watched, places you want to travel, TV shows you want to watch or TV shows you're currently watching, that sort of thing. Basically, if you search a bullet journal on Pinterest, it'll give you a ton of ideas, and there are just enough note pages, I feel, in the back of the Erin Condren that you can do a couple of spreads, a couple of different tracking spreads to kind of curb that bullet journal desire without having to go full-fledged into bullet journaling. My fifth unique way to use the Erin Condren is use it as an actual scrapbook. I know it's a little crazy, but to me and Alex, whenever we describe what we do for a living, we call it daily scrapbooking. So if you actually use your planner as a scrapbook, you'll feel much more inclined to save it afterwards, and it'll be a really cool way to look back on events and memories throughout the year. Erin Condren sells these coil guides that you can clip onto pictures or ticket stubs, and they clip right into your planner. I recommend adding these elements a little bit later in the year so your planner doesn't get too bulky, but you can add them here or there to highlight really important events like my wedding or my sister's wedding, that sort of thing. If you're not really sold on the bullet journal thing for the notes section, try using it as a self-reflection area. Write on one side of the page who you think you are right now, kind of reflect on the type of person you are, and then use the other side of the page to brainstorm who you want to be, goals, or things that you're hoping to accomplish. So it's kind of like a self-reflection where you compare who you are and who you want to be. That way you're keeping it top of mind. I think the most important thing about self-improvement and change is being aware of it and working on it, like a gratitude journal. You have to keep up with it in order to get the real benefit. So if you do the self-reflection page in the notes section, you'll be able to actively work towards improving things you want to. My seventh idea is to use the year plan page. It's right after the year in a glance view at the beginning of the planner. Use that page for monthly memories. So each month add some photos, write in a little blurb about what you did, maybe add some stickers or a little memento of each month. So when you open that spread at the end of the year, you get basically a highlight reel of what you did. My family likes to write Christmas letters every year where we talk about what we did over the course of the 365 days. And it always gets really challenging to remember what we got up to. But if it's all written down in that year plan page is what I'm calling it. I'm not sure if it has an actual name. If it's already written down there, it's going to be so much easier to reflect on what you've done in the year. My eighth idea is to use the monthly note page that comes right before the monthly view as a project tracker. So if you have this big project you want to do, say work on your bedroom, like finish designing your bedroom, you can use that page to plan out the entire project. The first 4 bubbles at the top can be used as objectives, the main things you want to accomplish. Get a new bed, pick a color scheme, build furniture, decorate with accessories. Then the 2 columns underneath of it can be like tasks you have to do and things you have to buy. And then that bottom box you can use kind of as an inspiration or mood board. You can add photos from Pinterest just to get an idea of how you want to accomplish the project and what you want it to look like. Along the same lines as tip number 8, you can do number 9, which is use that year plan to track a much larger project or a theme. So say it's home improvement. So on January, you want to clean out the basement. On February, you want to redo the garage, that sort of thing. So you can plan out all your large projects over the course of the year and then maybe use those monthly pages right before the monthly spreads in order to break down those bigger projects. And my 10th idea is gonna be a little hard for me to show because I do not have a child, but you can use your planner as a baby tracker and a baby's first. So you can use the whole monthly spread to write down every single day something new that they learned, something that they did for the first time, and then you can use the weekly spread, and I recommend using a vertical spread planner for this. The top section could be like food they're eating, breastfeeding schedules, that sort of thing. The middle one can be their sleep schedule, and then the third one could be a photo, or you can add in like growth measurements or that sort of thing. So by the end of the year, you have this really cool documentation of your child's first year, all in a nice compact place, plus you'll have like a photo every day. How cool would that be? So those are my 10 unique ideas to use your Erin Condren in a little bit of a different way to make it work better for you so you can feel more organized and more productive in your daily life. Leave in the comments if you do any of these ideas in your planner, or if you have any more ideas to share with the community so we can make our planners work even harder. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more videos from me every single week about planning and making your life a little bit easier every single day. But that's going to be it for this one. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!